What's going on, wrestling fans? My name is Joe Cronin. And right now, we're going to talk about Monday Night Raw, the review. We're going to take the phone calls. We got my buddy Jake. He's coming. I'm wearing a green shirt, even though I'm on a green screen, which is like a big mistake, but I'm a moron. Hit that subscribe button down below. In a few minutes, we're going to talk about just how hot Scarlett Bordeaux is. And, of course, Drew McIntyre with the clean victory over Baron Corbin. We thought maybe we would get another Baron Fruit roll-up Corbin. That's right, a roll-up victory. But no, that didn't happen. So if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button down below because we're live every day with wrestling content and more and a whole bunch of other crap. This is the Joe Cronin Show. Incoming, Jake DeMarco. Everybody in the chat, get wet, get wild, and get weird. Hit that like button, man. Stick that thumb directly up my backside. And we will get this thing going. As Monday Night Raw. This is the WWE Monday Night Raw, May 18th, 2020, full Raw review live. You're searching for it on Google right now. Google is great. China is great. America is great. We love Google. We love Disney. We love Hollywood. I love Disney and Hollywood. The news is always right. CNN rules. Okay, now that's in the algorithm. Perfect.
When Raw, SmackDown, WWE, or AEWN, tune in to the Joe Cronin Show.
Let's
live on YouTube for review and reaction. Joe Cronin and Jake break down all the action. All of it. The Joe Cronin Show. Your source for wrestling opinions, news, and insanity. A wrestling podcast with attitude. Mature audiences only. Join our community of over 70,000 people. Subscribe free on YouTube to The Joe Cronin Show.
We are live. And it is time for Jake DeMarco to stop in here and tell everybody that Raw was the greatest thing that he's ever seen this year. Of all the Raws this year, this is definitely one that was really good. Right, Jake?
Absolutely. This Raw blew me away.
I mean, you might have liked it.
My God, just delicious.
Was it? It was so
From
much...
start to finish, I was so thoroughly entertained that I actually fell asleep and then woke up and realized Raw was still on.
Oh, wow. So like, it was so good. It was like a
dream in a dream kind of idea.
It was like
I was like, this is too good. My brain can't take this, so it shut down.
It was like great sex, and you passed out.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what happened tonight.
I tapped out.
I absolutely understand. I get where you're coming from. I get what's going on. And it was so, wow, it was just so amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
Like you said, orgasmic. Absolutely.
Yeah, it was very orgasmic tonight. Very orgasmic. So Monday Night Raw is over, and I feel like I watched a out of sync. Like sometimes you guys will hear me say like, listen, I didn't like Raw tonight, but one thing I'll say is it was paced pretty well, and like it kind of flew by and it was paced well and whatever. Tonight, I don't know what it was, and maybe it was because I did become distracted. I mean, I'll just tell you right out, I became distracted multiple times tonight during this show. But this was one of those shows that, man, this just felt like they pasted together the most random shit. Like I don't even.
It had a very, very slow IST. That internal structural time was just not paced well. The certain segments they did have, nothing felt like it had any flow to it. Nothing connected well. And I know some people might have liked it. So I didn't hate it, but I didn't get anything out of the whole axe throwing competition segment that they kept cutting to multiple times. Well, I felt like that kind of. It went on a bit too long, so
I got to cut them a little bit of slack on that because I didn't see the second half of that segment last week where they basically were like, we're actually really good, and it was like a joke. Now, that made it a little bit better.
Yeah, anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, like it was still stupid, but like that made it a little bit better because there was like something to it. From my perspective, because I messed up, I had watched it to the point where I thought where they were like, hey, you know, we're awesome at basketball and you suck. And I was like, okay, that was it? What the hell was the point in that? I probably could have told you that they would suck at basketball and they would be, you know what I mean? So that was dumb. But I missed the second part of the whole point of it, the whole punchline, the whole joke. So that was my fault, and I apologize for that. I think they had if I gave that segment a 3 or 4 last week, I'd probably raise it to a 5. Tonight, again, I'd give this a 5. It's like I felt happy to be watching something different, but it wasn't that.
I just think it went on a bit too long.
It was goofy. It wasn't that great.
Well, that's the thing. Like, at least if the punchlines were better, but the cops being out there was very bizarre. Like, it just, you know, it felt very heavy-handed and fisted, so it just didn't work out. I know what they were going for, but there wasn't enough of a comedic payoff to make it worthwhile. Because I think they cut to them 4 times altogether.
It really wasn't that funny either. It was just they would.
That's
cut
the
to
thing.
them.
I mean, at least if they went ahead and had more of a jokes being built up, and there just was no payoff. So
yeah, the only thing that was good was like what's his face's reaction. Like he's got good all I can think of is MPP's name because his name is like Montavious. What's the guy's name in Street Profits? Montel?
No, I just went. Montel. No, that's MVP as well. Yeah, I just went blank because you said it.
I can't think of his name. Yeah, all I can think of is MVP's
I'll
name.
think of it.
What the hell is his name? Somebody hit me up in the chat. Yeah, somebody hit me with that in the chat. What's up, guys? I think a lot of people abandoned Raw tonight, and I'm seeing it by the numbers who are watching us live right now. 530 people watching this Raw review. Like that tells me
Montez Ford. Sorry,
Montez Ford. There you go. Okay. Yeah, that tells me, dude, like people abandoned this show tonight. The Raw show. People abandoned this. They were like, "Nope, not watching. I'm going to bed." I bet tomorrow I get millions of messages from people like, "Dude, I fell asleep. I didn't even see what I'm watching your review today." A couple weeks ago, this same thing happened, and my comment section of my Raw review is normally small because everybody got out what they wanted to say during the review. So it's not often that you see the comments down below too like that big, if you know what I mean. Like not a lot.
Yeah, that kind of stack in and
yeah. So what I saw though was like there was like 40 one week, and I was like, wow, am I trending or why is there so many comments? And what it was several people trying to get in what they wanted to say about Raw because they didn't watch it.
Yeah, they gave up watching it live and caught it the next day or even a few days later, some instances. That's the thing, too. People just don't want to sit here and watch it live. So a lot of people are DVRing it or just catching the YouTube playback. I know not feeling well myself last week. That's how I caught everything, was just clips on YouTube up until SmackDown. For some reason, I don't remember what was going on Friday, but we ended up watching SmackDown. It was kind of on in the background. But it wasn't slow and plodding. It didn't chug along. It came out. It had some funny spots. It had some good matches, actually. There was some really good wrestling, especially with Daniel Bryan and Gulak there. That was an excellent match. And then it was over. So, I mean, they got what they needed to get done. They told a bit of a story. Otis was entertaining, and they got out of there. With this, Drew wasn't on the mic tonight. Everything with Seth kind of fell flat. And unfortunately, the Kevin Owens show was a bit of a waste, too. So,
yeah,
Zelina and her whole, band of misfits crew there, they kind of feel like afterthoughts. They could have been made into this big to-do stable. It seemed like that was going to be the case, too. Angel Garza, Andrade, Austin Theory. It was like, oh, this is kind of shaping up to be something good. But they're not menacing. They're not threatening. I mean, Andrade still has the U.S. title, but he hasn't defended it in, I feel like, ages.
Well, I think that what you're seeing here is, it's clearly like a reshuffling. Like,
yeah,
all right,
but they just feel like straight up losers. I mean, that's the sad part because they unless you go one-on-one with Andrade, you're losing constantly. They even lost tonight in quick fashion.
The only thing I can say positive about them right now is Zelina Vega was great on the mic tonight. Like, in that segment, I thought Zelina Vega was really good. Sometimes she goes, but when she goes into her promo thing, ever since that movie where she played AJ Lee, she sounds like AJ Lee, but she sounds like two different people to me tonight. In the ring, when she was like, let me tell you what we're going to do, like she actually sounds like she's doing AJ Lee impression. But when she goes off and kind of goes, stop, like be quiet, and now I'm going to tell you this and that. Then she, like, when she gets real, she gets that. What is her background? I don't know if it's is her background more like Puerto Rican or Hispanic, or I don't remember what her background.
I do not know. That's a
Somebody
good
in the chat hit me up with her. Is it? I mean, please let me know where she's exactly from. I'm trying to like place her accent, but her accent, because she has a really good English accent that I almost can't tell what's creeping in there. What if it's Mexican? If it's just some kind of variation of Hispanic, Latino, or if it's Puerto Rican. I can't really tell. She's obviously does so well speaking English. But my point is, when she kind of gets nasty and that accent comes out, kind of like how my Boston accent comes out when I sort of start drinking and I start flipping out, my Boston accent comes out. But when I'm speaking to you clearly like I am, you're like, that's nice, Joe. But like when you really start talking, that's when you sound better. She's Puerto Rican. Yeah, there you go, Puerto Rican. Okay, so that's what I thought. So when that accent sort of comes in a little bit and she starts like kind of lambasting somebody, that's when you're like, fuck yeah, dude, this bitch is
the
crazy.
attitude shines through.
Yes, give me that attitude, dude. You know, Rican women, they'll fucking slap the fuck out of you.
Yeah, you don't want to cross them twice. She's great on the mic, though. She's really good at wrestling in the ring for the most part. We just don't get to see much from her. So when we get these shining bits and, the little gems that sparkle, it's like, all right, give us more.
Yeah.
That's why I know not every stable needs to be this big, threatening, behemoth that tears through everybody. You need some people for filler. You need some people to, just be opponents and jobbers and whatnot. But with these guys, I felt like, they have something special. Obviously, the like-minded thing was race, the ethnicity. That's why they put them together. But most of them were young and up and coming as far as Garza and Theory goes. Andrade's a bit older, but he's still, very, very impressive in the ring. I'm like, they have something here that they're not restricted to, wearing a mask and being what Lucha House Party was, which is basically a joke and a gimmick all wrapped in one. They don't have to come out with piñatas and dancing. They can actually be these ethnic hit squads, basically. And again, they rack up these losses. So you're supposed to take them seriously for a week or two, and then the next 5 weeks in a row they lose. That's the issue with Bobby Lashley. Now he's going to challenge for the WWE title. I like what Drew was saying at the end. This is the Bobby Lashley we wanted for a while. This is, you need to be the real Bobby Lashley. And Lana was obviously flipping out about it and whatnot. But, he said, this is the Bobby Lashley I want to fight. And good. But, I just feel like there's not enough character at this time. And from so many different people on the show, it just felt dry.
Dude, this
boring.
is the Bobby Lashley everybody wants to fight because he sucks.
Exactly. You're going to beat him quickly. I'm shocked that Baron Corbin, for all they touted about him coming from SmackDown, wasn't able to put up more of a fight. One, which we knew wouldn't happen, but two, the match was obviously short anyways. And, three, it just, he didn't get rolled up. I'm shocked. I thought it was going to happen. 10-1 odds didn't happen.
Well, we put the poll out to find out what was going to happen, and now I had to cut the poll off because I put it up kind of late, and I had to cut it off because, it's not fair because once the pin happened, then you could just go vote like for what happened already. That wouldn't make any sense. So I put the poll up late, so there's only about 40 votes here or something like that. But let's see what you guys thought was going to happen. On Twitter, at JCS Official, you guys really believed, like I did, maybe that it was a fruit roll-up win. Now, the only reason why I could see you thinking it was going to be another roll-up for Baron Corbin, another fruit roll-up, would be because it's the main event of Raw. But, again, it wasn't quite a big enough stage. I think if this had been a pay-per-view, they would have gone roll-up for sure. But instead, Drew clean win, which was the second most voted for thing. So you guys were almost right. We were all almost right. And there you have it. There's the 38 votes there. Jake, we should do a poll for our next show. What type of poll do you want to do? Do you want to ask?
Poll.
Maybe we can ask people what they want to see the most out of WWE going forward. And we'll come up with some questions, and we'll make a poll, and I'll tweet it out. Jake will tweet it out, and we'll let that thing fester until out of nowhere.
Let it marinate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll talk about it on Out of Nowhere, the poll. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
All right. I like it. Let me go to the donations. I've ignored them the entire show so far. Guys, if you're new, I hope you guys hit that subscribe button. It is jarring, man, to see WWE doing this bad. The numbers be this low for WWE. It is jarring. it's jarring to be here on the Joe Cronin Show here on YouTube, as I've been for the last 9 years or so, to see 675 people watching. We're used to 1,200. And then some, on good nights, 1,400, and bad nights, 1,000. And for right now to be at 675 every week doing the Raw review, 600 something to 700 viewers to 500 viewers, that tells you how much of the viewership dropped off, because people don't come to the review because they're not even watching. So we really need, this is what I always told people. People always said, "Oh, you hate the product, you want this whole thing to end." I'm like, why the hell would I want that? You know what I mean? There's what, 600 people that are missing right now. And I mean, like 4 months ago they were here. 5 months ago they were here. A year ago they were here.
Yeah.
We're talking about
even a couple weeks before Mania.
Yeah.
People they checked out. And it's not all just the COVID situation either. It's not. You can't just blame no fans, because you don't see that much of a deviation elsewhere. In fact, ratings are up across the board for a lot of entertainment because people are consuming content more than ever.
Exactly. All eyes are on them, and they're making the worst of it. Like that's basically it. All right, let's go to the donation. Billy the Fridge.
Hey Joe, what do you think about tennis?
I enjoy tennis. I have people in my neighborhood who are like tennis pros and stuff, and I love tennis, so I'm able to go out and hopefully going to be able to go out and hit the tennis ball around. Off-topic donator. I like tennis. I don't follow the professional sport that much. Once in a while, like anybody else, if it's on, I'll watch a tennis match, and I'll be oh yeah, I want to see what happens, and I enjoy watching it, but I don't seek it out to look for it. And I like the video game. I like tennis video games, and I like playing tennis, and I love ping pong and stuff like that. So I like tennis.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
Give me that bubbly.
I give Raw a Shadgaspar/10 whoosh.
Oh, Awonddy, Jesus. That's so fucking horrible, man. $3 donation. By the way, seriously, I'm sorry, he's probably dead. And rest in peace, man. This story tore me up all day, man. I know that's a funny joke, and I can't.
Yeah, but
I
that
can't
first-hand
even do
account. Oh my God.
Yeah, dude, I can't even talk about this tonight because, dude, I'm just.
No, I know. A couple of people that were out there in the water were sharing their story, and it's just so harrowing. I will say, at least he did all he could to save his child. So,
dude,
those parental instincts kicking in, really, poof.
Yeah, I don't even know what he did or what happened or whatever, and they can't find him still. They called off the search.
Well, he went under during a severe riptide current came up, and he made sure that his son was rescued.
Oh,
when the help came in, he made sure that his child got rescued first, and then when they went back to get him, I guess a wave came and took him under.
I mean, oh God, I couldn't even joke about it earlier. Like people were doing these joke thing. I can't even get there. I just see this dude's kid, man. Dude, I can't stand this stuff when a kid loses his father. And this guy, he wanted to be there for his kid. The kid has lost his father. Like, it's just horrific, dude. Going to the beach to have fun at the beach. I can't even talk about it, man. I'll freak out. I can't even do it. I feel really bad for his family and his kid, man. I just want to hug his kid, and I just feel horrific. I can't do it, man. I can't even.
Oh, it's so upsetting. And then there was a guy that was in the water close by that like I said, shared his account, and he's got a lot of guilt because he said he's been there for so many times in the water, and he's got experience. And even then, he was already nervous today because the riptide was that strong, and he said the waves were just really fighting you back. So. He said, as I came in, which took forever because the tides were incredibly strong, I noticed the kid fighting against the waves and the lifeguard headed towards him. When I got to shore, two surfers were pointing and screaming, scream I'll never forget, and I realized there's another person drowning. I could see him bobbing next to the surfers, so I pointed and directed a guard towards the surfers outside the break. The guard went in, and the surfers continued to wave, and eventually more and more search people came out. Once I saw people in snorkels, which was probably about 10 minutes in, it was obvious he wasn't going to turn up alive. Cops showed up. Eventually, helicopters came through, and I talked with the surfers. They said an adult went under. I feel awful. I was wondering if I should have helped the kid to shore, but he's right because a lot of times you just make those situations worse and you get in the way of rescuers. So that was his worry. He said the waves were really nasty. I could barely get myself back. I was trying to be cautious. It's harrowing to see the reality unfold, in a family and a loved one that didn't return from the ocean. So, I mean, it's really upsetting. He's like, I keep, reliving it in my head. Should I have done more? And I can't imagine being in that situation. So,
yeah, bro. But that's all I'm gonna say about it right now, because I can't talk about it. I don't know what to tell you, man. It's just awful. It's so fucking terrible, and I don't know, man. It sucks. Like I can't even believe it. I don't know why these things hit me worse than ever now. Probably because we have kids now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude, I can't do it. Probably because the relation too, because my dad died when I was 8, so I've got this. I think I have this post-traumatic thing, and like I don't want anyone to lose their parents and lose their families, and it sucks, dude. I feel I can't do it, so I'm not gonna talk about it any more than that. But yeah, dude, he's probably gone, and he's in there somewhere, and hopefully they find him. And I can't even believe it's real. So rest in peace to him. He's probably a hero. Probably saved his kid. Surfers who were at the beaches, a lot of surfers said that they couldn't believe families were in the water.
Yeah, a lot of them said, they've had experience with, the waves and the
current. Tell people that.
They were very worried to begin with.
I think you should tell people that. I've heard other surfers, when other people have died before, and the surfers said the same thing, like, I couldn't believe families were here, and I was like kind of freaked out surfing. And they're like, they know, they can tell by they're out there, and they can feel the current, and they can feel what's going on. Man, I just say tell people, man, like you want to bring people into this water right now, but what are you going to do? I mean, you tell people that, then they try to fight you or something, it's,
yeah.
What are you going to do?
There's no easy answer.
All right, on to the donations for real this time. I'm sorry.
Here we go. Here we go, man. Here we go. About to get it, man. Here we go. Oh, no.
Jake, my swimsuit area is moist.
Oh, Lewis Money said his swimsuit area is moist. What the hell does that mean? Is that like some kind of inside like gay joke you have together that you're doing?
I don't know. That's news to me, but I'll take it. You said moist.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I mean, people wouldn't. It's hard to get people to listen when you try to warn them about stuff. People, you're like, "Hey, don't go in the water," and then people are like, "Shut the fuck up! What are you doing?" And you're just like,
Lewis
no,
has his swimsuit ready to go, so we'll just go to the hot tub. That's safe.
Want to go down the hot tub, get a nice little swim?
We can wear masks.
Well, everybody's got them now, so it doesn't. You'll be all right. It'll be easy to get into that bank.
Oh. Random thoughts from tonight's. Orton and Edge will have the greatest match ever. Okay, Liv Morgan is a millennial. Fuck Charlotte. I thought the police were gonna kill the street profits. Natty throwing a fit and throwing chairs. Can you shuck and jive, Darky?
Oh, dude, I thought the police was gonna kill fucking. Oh my god, I thought the police were gonna kill the street profits. Yeah, JD Venom, thanks for the $10.
Come right in. Whose axe is this?
Trying to think
of
all
shots fired. Next thing you know,
they doubled down on this is the greatest match ever. They doubled down
to open the show,
dude. I think they were like literally speaking to us or something. Like they're doubling down on that comment that this could be the greatest match ever. Now I'm like, now is this a Vince thing, or was it always a Vince thing, or like what is this, some kind of troll? Like I don't know what's going on. I don't know where my clip is of that, but I got to play that sound clip for the people that didn't hear her last week. We made fun of it all week long. People. JD was a little late to the party. He said, "I can't wait till everybody's going to be talking about." Making fun of how this is the greatest match ever. Yeah, I did it last week, JD. He was tweeting today like, "Oh, I can't wait till everybody bashes how they're saying that." Oh, you can't? I've been doing it for a week. Where you been, cat boy? Come on, JD. Where's my credit, you fucking scumbag fuck? No, I'm just kidding. Let me see here. Where is it? I don't remember if I labeled it or how I labeled it. It was like the greatest match ever or something like that. I labeled it something. Oh, God, I don't think I labeled it right. Ah, fuck, I don't know where it is. God, it was so funny. This could be the greatest match of all time or ever. Like whatever she said a week ago. Yeah, they doubled down on it, man.
It was just so bad.
They doubled down on it.
Had to be a Vinceism. Had to be.
It's got to be now. Or I can't believe that it's not now. Because we said that. Why in the world would she say that? Like, and we were making fun of her like crazy. Now I'm thinking Vince told her to say it. like for some kind of catch line or something like that. Which,
Yeah.
but it's like it's way overreaching. Like it's such an overreach, that
especially with how bad their Mania match was.
Yeah, so they just had like one of the worst backstage matches I've ever seen at a WrestleMania. Like Macho Man versus Crush was better than Edge and Orton. At WrestleMania 10, Macho Man and Crush was better.
That's a mouthful, but you said it.
I really believe. I mean, I really believe it, because at least it was short and to the point mostly. And you had Howard Finkel in the ring counting. I think they had, what did they have, like 60 seconds to get back in the ring? It was like a falls count. Like you could go anywhere and wrestle, but they had, I think, 60 seconds to get back in the ring. So, and then in the end, Macho Man ended up tying him up in the back. Crush now has 60 seconds to get back to the ring. It was so fucking monotonous, but it was better than what I saw at WrestleMania with this. So,
yeah,
whatever. JD Venom is now our top donator and the digital JCS champion. I'm going to play another donation here in a second from you guys. Thank you for the donations, for keeping the channel going like you always do. And thanks to everybody last night who came to Sunday Night Gaming. Sunday nights I do a gaming stream here on the channel, and I mean, like, Mr. fucking Nice Guy was playing with me and Troy and his buddy, and then we had Nightmare Official was dropping thousands of bits. He dropped 35,000 bits on Twitch. Several of you guys subscribed on Twitch. Yeah, again, 2 weeks in a row, dude. People were dropping like Broken Ambrose was dropping dollars. D. Welsh was dropping dollars. It was a crazy night. So thank you for that. And let's go back to another donation to hear what you guys are saying.
Super chat. Super chat.
Natty, it's left leg over right. Hashtag save the sharpshooter.
Save the sharpshooter. Mario Rodriguez. Hey, maybe she'll look at the tape, Mario, or no, there's no tape nowadays, but she'll look at the video, and she'll be like, I messed it up.
Oh,
that's why I lost.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Natty, you messed it up.
Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. That's it.
So D-Moon got fired and it's back to cutting grass or shot in the back trying to cross the border on Speedy Gonzalez run.
Wow. AJ Adams, thanks for the $3. Yes, he's cutting grass right now. What he's doing is he's cutting poisonous grass. You know, Gatekeeper Drew just told me we have triple the viewership. We're like one of the top Raw reviews right now. So that tells you how bad Raw is. Like, I don't know if that's true. It might be wrong. But that tells you how bad Raw is right now. That just people are not watching this shit. They are not into it.
Oh my God, I love Seth Rollins.
The Bear teaming up with a broke-ass-looking boogeyman versus Private Party on BTE next week will be better than anything tonight. 0 out of 10.
Yeah, you know, quite honestly, Broken Ambrose is going to take that title over. So thank you to Broken Ambrose. But while we think about that, Jake, what was it they were advertising? Oh, yes, The Miz. Broken Ambrose, now the top donator. Thank you, Broken Ambrose, for that $25. It was The Miz's new show, the Cannonball Show. Yeah. I was looking at that, and I thought to myself, that's more interesting than anything on Raw tonight. I think that would probably beat just about anything I saw on Raw tonight. Would you agree with that, or you think I'm maybe reaching, being a dummy?
No, I can see what you're getting at. I mean, there really was nothing stand out on Raw. Orton and Edge feels like old news. Originally, there was this like heavy nostalgia hit to it because Edge had been out for so long. 9 years. They really hit that point home. They want, and it is something extraordinary for him to be able to return at all. So that was special. Now it's just a full-on retread because they've faced off so many times before. Same thing with Cena and Orton, and Orton goes through the same matches repeatedly. So, and unless you have some crazy stipulation or something wild is planned, Orton matches are never anything really to look out for. They're never really match of the year candidates or the greatest match of all time. Yeah. It's not doing much for me. So they're building this up for Backlash, and that just, all right, okay. And then Charlie, obviously, her doubling down on the best and best match ever line really kind of muddied the waters too. So
that was so weird.
It's got to be another, like we said, a Vince-ism. And the one thing that pissed me off the most tonight was what the hell happened with the Iconics? I was so confused. Like I know the disqualification came, but what is the purpose in any of that? besides to split them up. Why would they want to split these two up at all at this point in time? They don't have enough women's tag teams as is to keep the belts going.
Okay, wait a minute. So I took that slap thing and what they did in the back, I took that as just a silly goof and that there's nothing wrong. Did I miss something else?
I hope that's the case because, I mean...
Because they were both remorseful. She slapped her, and then she was like...
But she had this smile on her face. So I don't know if it was just poorly acted or if that's what they were going for. But I like the Iconics. I'm a sucker for both of them. I really got, big into their character when they were the tag champs and all the backstage work that they did with, hey, Charlie and stuff like that. It was funny,
But I think Peyton Royce could be a great...
crap.
I think Peyton Royce could be a great singles person, a wrestler. I think the other one is terrible. But
Billy Kay?
Billy Kay, yeah.
I think Peyton Royce is more the star.
But together
honestly,
they're great, so it'd be better.
But they're
to keep
very
them.
enjoyable. They're good heels. They can go into a house show type segment and get the crowd to cheer for them or to boo. They can go on a SmackDown or a Raw, and again, they can get fans on their side pretty easily, or they can have them booed out of the building. They're good at that. They're good at breaking people down. In ring, they're average, but they're competent and they're better than other people like Nia Jax. So.
Yeah, I mean,
there's quite a few. So if we see them split up, that's going to be a real disservice to the. You can't even call it a women's tag division, but
yeah, that's the thing. Is there's too many belts and there's too many things, and
there was just so many short, forgettable, quick matches tonight. There was nothing that had any substance. I don't recall anything but the main event playing out for more than a 10-minute match. I'm really trying to go through. There was I think 9 matches tonight, and the main event was 9 minutes and 10 seconds. It wasn't even 10 minutes.
This was a sad Raw tonight to me. Like it was.
Every other match was 2 minutes. Aleister Black and Murphy was 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Kevin Owens, was 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yikes.
Point in case, Shayna Baszler 3 minutes and 45 seconds against Natalya in that submission match. Alexa Bliss, when they did the iconic disqualification, that was 2 minutes and 45 seconds. R-Truth 2:25. Not one match besides the main event went 9 minutes. Charlotte Flair and Ruby Riott started already in progress, and then we got the figure 8. People are rightfully so complaining about Ruby Riott being so mistreated.
Did you see that
she hasn't won one match since she's returned?
People are mentioning that she actually has some beef backstage, or she's upset.
That's what I'm seeing. I haven't seen the report.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yet, but
anybody
and then
could
the
just
opening
say
match,
that.
Humberto Carrillo and Murphy was 2 minutes and 50 seconds of TV time. So it's just ridiculous to have 8 matches go less than 3 minutes, and then the main event goes 9 minutes on a 3-hour show.
Yeah, I mean,
what is the purpose of that? Why can't you give any match longer than a commercial break?
Nothing exciting about this, man. They're just nothing.
That's the problem, because you couldn't get into anything, and that's why I think the pacing sucks so much, because usually it takes a while for you to get into the ebb and flow of a wrestling match, but we would get a match in between commercial breaks, and it'd be over before they got to the next KFC commercial. So there was never really any chance for us to adjust or have any emotion or suspense or drama be built up.
Right.
And the stories are pretty much shit at this point in time anyways.
I'm trying to look at the notes from tonight to remember what exactly happened in what order, because again, like I said, the order to me just felt all over the place. Everything really did. I mean, I was intrigued by the beginning a little bit, like with McIntyre and Edge, but then Murphy and Humberto Carrillo, that whole thing. I think Zelina Vega is the star there. Whatever, like Charlotte versus Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott's just there to put Charlotte over more. Like what?
Yeah, they addressed Mysterio briefly, but as soon as that started to garner a bit more heat without a crowd per se, they send out Humberto Carrillo, and he just gets fed to Murphy. So that's another waste. Not that I want to see Humberto in a demanding fashion, anyways, but it's a mess. It really is. So there's no flow when every time you come back from commercials, you're going into a new match or new segment. Nothing's continuing. The only thing they did continue was a silly, out of area segment, with the Street Profits the War Raiders, Viking Raiders, whatever you want to call them, and it wasn't even funny. So, I mean, what really is there to take away tonight?
Why not have Bobby Lashley? Why not have the beginning of the night kind of go with MVP telling Lashley that they've got plans, or he's got an idea for him and all these other things, and then why not have Bobby Lashley attack Drew McIntyre at the end of the night after Drew beats Baron Corbin? Why not have Lashley attack him, or MVP even like chop block him or something like that, and
walk into the ring and be a distraction, try and talk him, and have him be attacked from behind, and because that would make sense.
Why not bust him open too? Even why not bust him open and have him holding onto the ropes, Drew making that like, I'm gonna get you the next time, like look, and like that's the end of Raw. And Bobby Lashley's
force field that I hate.
Yeah, well, no, but it's not a force field when the guy's using the ropes to pull himself back up after they assault him and he's bleeding. So he's bleeding and he's pulling himself up onto the ropes. And he stands in the ring.
I get you. I thought you meant tonight when he just stood there like, I'll get you next time. Yeah. That drives me nuts.
And zoom in on Lashley and MVP at the top of the ramp, and they're staring at Drew, and now you're like, what's going to work? Yeah, what's going to happen with that? So at least that's what's going to happen. Them just standing there and he beats Baron Corbin, I don't know, but I mean, I guess it's the same sort of thing, and I guess that the idea is, look, he's going to beat Baron Corbin, and there's no way Bobby Lashley could beat him up even jumping him, because he's going to then just beat Bobby Lashley clean too. So I suppose you don't want to make him even look vulnerable a little bit, but I don't know. I might have done something interesting to make it be like, man, I want to see Drew get him next week because I hate Bobby Lashley. And maybe he'll even maybe he could have even grabbed the microphone and said, Bobby, you got your match next week, or at Backlash, I'm gonna break your, I'm gonna break your legs or something. And then he said, but MVP, I'm coming for you next week, And he's like, and you're like, oh shit, what's gonna happen next week? So there's all these little layers of things that are going on, but instead it's sort of just like, oh, he beats Baron Corbin, and oh yeah, you want some Lashley?
For no
we'll
reason.
see you next week, I guess. It was just, it's all lackluster stuff. It's all very lackluster.
Because there was no reason, rhyme, justification hardly for any of the matches or segments that happened. Very few had any form or build-up, or at least intrigue in the layers to watch. And now next week, what do we have to look forward to? We got the U.S. title. Oh, and Apollo Crews is going to challenge
Bullfrog.
Andrade.
We'll see you later, Bullfrog. We'll see you, buddy. Later. Sorry. Go ahead.
Let him go and hang out with the TMZ crew. I'm telling you, there's another one down the drain, right? Friday was a fun night.
Did you like Monetize This? Because I didn't know if you were probably
so
sick.
Good.
I had a blast on Monetize This.
I watched it in segments, so got an hour here, an hour there, and
if you guys don't watch,
entertained, I'll tell you that much. I was dying laughing.
That shit was killing me, dude. Like Rojas has been on fire the last couple of weeks too.
His impressions are getting quite good.
I got to tell you that.
Fuck you Foxborough bitch.
Everybody, if you guys don't sub to my other channel, Corrupted Nation, and you don't watch Monetize This every Friday night, you got to do it. I don't know why you'd watch Raw and then this review and not watch Monetize This. It's been great. Watch the last few weeks of that. Plus, Corrupted Podcast was big. My podcast with my mother on Patreon was huge. So thank you for that. D. Welsh, what's up, bro? Thank you as well. Nightmare killing it on Twitch.
Bits galore.
Sometimes Monetize This isn't that great. Sometimes it's just a calm, we talk, but most of the time crazy shit happens eventually, and it's usually pretty enjoyable.
Just sometimes more than others.
Yeah, so I would give 6 or 7 last week. 7 maybe.
I'd easily give that show an 8.
Wow.
There was a lot of different moments that had me laughing out loud.
Damn, son. Well, actually, Welsh, that guy actually technically already is banned. I brought him back, and people weren't even happy. D. Welsh, that guy was already banned. That guy was banned for life already, and he came back. And so, people were kind of mad about that. D. Welsh, you may not have been watching my show though when that happened about 1.5 years ago or 2 years ago, but we'll see what happens. But anyway, back to...
Yeah, that was mentioned a few times in the chat, as you can see.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I did kind of forget. I literally forgot. I'm sorry. So what do you think, man? Scarlett Bordeaux.
Sexy as hell, good in the ring, good manager. But like I said before, my worry is I don't want her to overshine or outshine her.
She looks a lot like Sunny, but she's a little bit more ripped than Sunny. Like Sunny was more delicate. Like Scarlett, I feel like kind of is a little more tougher and thicker. A little
she
bit.
Embodies more of that badass persona.
She's
beautiful,
man.
and she'll kick your ass. You know, that's you have to beware about.
You know, she. Did
I just don't want her
shoot.
to outshine Cross and become the focus a la Sable and Miro.
I would like everybody right now to PNG Photoshop her and put JCS on her boobies.
There you go.
And Joe Cronin
Tattoo
Show.
on.
Just put Joe Cronin Show tattoos all over her. And then put those PNGs up on all kinds of websites everywhere. And then every time someone searches for her picture, they're going to find Joe Cronin Show logos all over her. It's going to be great.
That's right.
Let's do that.
Censor in some nipples.
Yeah, let's go. Her photo shoot. So she just did a photo shoot, and that's on WWE.com. For those of you that are bored, and for the women out there, I don't know, Drew McIntyre maybe, look at him. Let me play a donation.
What else we got? Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Some bubbly.
Bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh,
Coming in, bubbly.
a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
No wonder ratings are bad. Charlotte on every damn show. Also, is WWE fucking dumbasses? The Iconics just came back and a teaser spilt. There already is no women's teams. It got huge backlash online like Zelina.
Yeah, you know, I don't know. Rated R Superstar. Thanks for the donation. I really think that they just need to get rid of the belts or do something, and probably get rid of them is, I guess, get rid of
The
them.
best answer.
Super chat.
Yeah, get rid of
Super chat.
half the titles. Marcus Doopy, thanks for the $2. Yeah, they need to get. Thank you, Marcus. They need to get rid of the of like half the titles, or at least a quarter of them. If they can get rid of like 2 or 3 titles,
Super chat.
much better.
Hey
off.
Joe, what do you think of Austin Theory?
Marcus, what's up, man? Thanks for the $2. Marcus Theory, I think he's pretty good, but I don't really. He doesn't entertain me. He's going.
Yeah, I like
to
Austin. I think he needs work still, but I think he could be something more than he is now. He just needs that time to mature.
Right now, he looks like. I mean, maybe there's some gift that he does that I don't know about. I'm sure there might be some talent or things that he does that I don't know about. But just looking at him right now on TV, he reminds me of Lance Storm, and that's not good.
He's got a generic look, and that's the problem. So
Yeah.
but I think he can have a better character. It's just a matter of what they'll allow him to do.
To me, it's like Austin Theory's another one of these sort of high flying new guys. And again, what's his name? Oh God, Ricochet.
Yeah,
Ricochet is the best of all the high flying guys who really can't cut promos. But I'd like to see them in a ladder match or something. Of all those guys, Ricochet's the guy. Nobody else. Like, who's the other dude who's with Ricochet now? I always forget his name. Alexander.
Cedric Alexander.
Cedric Alexander, great wrestler in the ring.
And that's why I was so upset about Apollo Crews. He finally gets this shot. They pushed him for a couple of weeks, and then he fell off to the wayside, and then they go ahead, they build him up, then they take him out of the Money in the Bank ladder match due to injury, which we knew was bullshit. It was fake.
Right.
And the original reports that we had heard was, they did that so he would come back with a gripe and be able to turn heel. But now they abandoned that, and he's going for the U.S. title next week. So what was the point of him missing the friggin' Money in the Bank ladder match then?
Apollo Crews has now done
I mean, really?
3
what
things.
A waste.
Apollo Crews has now done 3 things that make no sense.
Yeah.
Like, he's got no trajectory as well. No trajectory.
The writers don't know what they're doing. And they're writing week to week, not in any type of sequential order. There's no continuity. That's a huge problem.
I have no idea.
They kind of forget what they booked the week before.
It's like they're butting heads with somebody and whatever.
Well, that too.
But either way, it makes
That's
no
been a
goddamn
commonality
sense.
for years.
So Crews is already boring and like whatever, and he's this good guy. He's like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm Apollo Crews, and that doesn't work out. And then you try to make him a heel, but then that doesn't work. But then you put him in a thing, and then you put him a heel again. Then you don't. Now it's all convoluted shit. This is why Braun sucks. This is why
Speaking of convoluted,
Baron Corbin. Bray Wyatt sucks. This is why all these guys suck, because back and forth, and we don't know, and you can never figure anything out.
Heel face. Oh, it's ridiculous. And that's kind of why I'm really upset with Asuka at this point in time. I know I'm going to get heat for saying this, but I tried to give it a chance. Like when she's going crazy and screaming and ranting about nothing, and it was kind of funny when she was on commentary one week, and then last week, her celebration, we didn't get to talk about it with Becky. I wasn't on the show for the review last week, but it didn't really feel like it suited the moment. You know, there she is freaking out and dancing around, and apparently that's when she actually found out. So her reaction was genuine. So when they opened the briefcase and she found out she was going to be a champion and find out that Becky's pregnant, but she was just so over the top that to me it seemed a bit outlandish. And now tonight with the whole, recorder flute thing going on with Kairi Sane, and it almost first made it seem like, oh, Kairi's going to be jealous and be her first, opponent, kind of turn her back on her. And then, oh, no, wait, she is just going to be, a sounding ally for her. And then it just got really ridiculous with Nia Jax and the backstage attack while she's playing her little recorder flute. And I wanted none of it, just nothing to do with any of it. Everybody wanted Asuka to be the champion. We finally got it, and they made it a whole joke. Remember when Asuka was actually a dominant female? She didn't need these silly faces and her screaming like a banshee that was totally unintelligible to our ears. It just feels like what a total shell of your former self, as cliche as that is to say.
There was
waste.
one thing, though. There was one thing that got me that I did like, and I think it was... Oh, my God. Oh, I know what it was. It was when Kairi Sane was attacked in the back, and Asuka came... like to check on her, and they were checking on her, and then all of a sudden Asuka snapped and went, look at him, and she just lost her mind and then ran off. I don't know why, but I did laugh at that, and I thought that was funny. I was like, that's the stuff that Vince likes, and the comedy stuff that I like. So I was like, man, she does have something there with that. But like you said, she has become a new character. She's not what you guys wanted in NXT. She's not what anybody thought she was in NXT, this assassin-like. Because if I was Vince, I would have seen her in NXT and I would have said, let's turn her into sort of like this assassin. Like, think about an assassin or a demon hunter in Diablo or something. I would have turned her into this sort of assassin-like sort of character. And I wouldn't have seen this comedy act at all from her. But it's kind of worked a little bit, and it's very much worked for Vince. For some of us, it's only somewhat working, but for Vince, it's working. And so the fact that something stuck with her, so she has a new character now. She went from this mysterious sort of badass assassin of Asuka and this mystique, and she's very tough and hard to beat, to this sort of screaming, ragey comedy act. And it is a separate character. It's better than Limbo Asuka, where she's winning and losing, trying to be the character she was in NXT, but seeming as if she's been nerfed to where she's got she's like a 75 overall in the WWE main roster.
Sadly, when she was much higher before.
But she had no character, so she had zero, not much of a character, and she was winning 70% of the time. In NXT, she was winning 95% of the time in NXT, but she had this mystique about her, which made her have this sort of her character was that she was badass.
By proxy.
But you can only. But here's the thing about NXT: you can only have these badasses that barely lose character things so much. So I understand the need to get more out of her somehow. But,
and they went ahead and they stayed the course with that for pretty much only two women, Shayna Baszler and obviously Asuka. They don't let a lot of their top stars be completely undefeated. Excuse me. And, that's kind of a good thing on their part. So that's where NXT shines most often and the main roster messes up. So, I mean, SmackDown is pulling a 2.04 for ratings. I mean, it was up slightly, 0.8% from last week's viewership, but they're not doing well either. And you can't even say they have the benefit of not being on cable, or it just people aren't tuning in. I am intrigued that they did, go ahead and they added more to Seth Rollins, his little stable. That's interesting that they added Austin Theory to him. I think this is when Austin Theory could get some needed character development, and that might go ahead and make him more desirable to fans, but we'll see what happens, because this is the most I've enjoyed Seth as a heel in a long time. So he's doing really well, and pretty much everything he says hits home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so that's the one positive, man. I think Seth did do a good job tonight. It is still a little reminiscent of the CM Punk stuff, but I really like Seth. I think it's hilarious. He cracks me up. When he's a heel, though, even if I'm laughing at him and I'm not supposed to be, it's still great. But as a face, when I was laughing at him, that wasn't good. Like, it's not good that you're laughing at him as a face. But at least now it's okay to laugh at him no matter what it is. So, you know, that's the good news. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I guess I think Seth's stuff was the best thing of the night. I mean, maybe there was something else I'm forgetting. Charlotte wins, whatever, like the Asuka stuff. R-Truth was funny, again, kind of. Bobby
See, I
Lashley.
didn't even care for the R-Truth stuff, and I'm not trying
It's
to
old.
be like...
It's old. It's the he's done.
It is. It's old. My hero, John Cena. I don't want you to
Tom
make
Brady,
me
I'm coming for you.
Nelson. Don't put me in Nelson from The Simpsons. I mean, that was a really cringe line from him. In truth, you kind of expect the cringe, but you wait for the silly aspect of it. All the matches were super, super short and almost non-existent. So, I mean, there was nothing to take away from tonight. There was nothing with any substance whatsoever.
I agree.
I really hope they're not getting rid of the Iconics. That would be a disaster in my eyes. The fans are really against that. They have a really big following online, so it'd be interesting to see what happens going forward. But
it reminds me of a mid-'90s, early '90s WWE stable or tag team, but they're females. I'd never seen that in the early '90s. But so they remind me of that. So there's something I think works. I think the Iconics work. I know some people actually hate them. And yeah, they're not like the best women's wrestlers like NXT stuff and some other people like that. But as these heel antagonists, they are great.
They do their job. They get genuine heat from the crowd. They have a great reception. They usually put on pretty decent matches. So
they have good chemistry talking. Yeah, they're able to talk back and forth with good chemistry, and it's cringy a lot of times but it's like good cringe.
Yeah, and it can be annoying as, heels are supposed to be, but it's not grating on your nerves as other heels get. So
yeah, it's grating on purpose though too. It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I think they're great. I really do. I think they're great as far as they're never going to be the best wrestling group. Like, there'll be other tag team women that could tear it up wrestling wise. And there'll just be other stuff that's better. But as a gimmick, I think they have a great gimmick together. I really think it's great. So it's bullshit if that gets broken up. I don't think it's getting broken up. I swear that was just...
I hope not. I hope that was just a miscue from fans, myself included, because it was such with Peyton Royce, she basically was just, bashing Alexa Bliss into the ring post, and then the referee calls for the bell, and I'm like, it just was so out of nowhere, just so random, and I just had a hard time accepting why the match was ending in such a way. It was a very bizarre disqualification. So it's just very, very forgettable and way too brief, much shorter than it needed to be. If you wanted to add, a little bit more to Bliss and Cross, this is when you can have them say, well, we're all about defending the titles. That wasn't the match. So going forward, we'll give you a rematch. That's also no disqualification. Set that up for the pay-per-view. That would have been the way to go about it. But instead, we get this possible breakup. I don't know. It's a disaster. It really is, as with most of WWE at this time. They're still paying Becky. They didn't freeze her contract from what we've heard so far, so that's interesting. But they could tack on more time.
She's gonna give birth live. Contract. The first live birth since Mark Henry and Mae Young.
I know Cornette got some heat online for saying his opinion, but I kind of agree with him here, and I wanted to know how you felt because I didn't get to hear your reaction, firsthand.
I never even made.
I saw the review last week, but
I didn't even make a video on it. I thought about doing it, but I didn't even. So what did he say exactly? Because it seems like every time I read these things about Cornette, I go, he probably said not really anything that bad, and then people made a big deal out of it.
Pretty much. I mean, he just went on to make his point saying how, if you're the booker, you would genuinely be upset that she's pregnant. This is your top earner, your top face, and that's essentially why women got paid less for so long, and that's why women weren't given major roles.
It is why.
And he's right. So that's why it was such an issue for so long. I wonder if Vince is mad. Is this something they planned? He said he also made a note like maybe there's an injury involved. And so in the meantime, if there is an injury, she's just, all right, now I can get pregnant. But if she just decided to up and get pregnant, that really sucks because they've put so much of an investment into Becky for 2 years now for her to turn around and say, well, a family is more important. Not saying it's not important to have children. I love being a father. I'm just saying that I'm not getting millions of dollars to tour the world either, for wrestling. So
listen,
that's your job.
What he's saying is true. That is why, some reason. But I think what people are doing is they're taking him saying, like, this is why people didn't pay women, like, whatever. And that's partially true, but I think some of why they didn't pay women is also just because they're women and people just didn't feel like they needed to pay women. But I think people are trying to turn it into he's saying women don't deserve to be paid. That's not what he's saying. And listen, Jim Cornette's an asshole, plenty of times to me. Jim Cornette hates me. Me and him have fought plenty of times. But, like, I mean, he's just stating a fact, and people are getting mad. Like, it's like, sorry. Like, what do you want him to lie about that didn't happen? Like, oh, like, let's pretend it didn't happen. If you're somebody who wants women's rights and stuff, you don't want to pretend it didn't happen. You want to say, yes, women were paid less because of all these reasons, but they shouldn't have been. But so he's saying that's why women are paid less.
He and of course the SJW crybaby websites that report it.
Yeah.
Jim Cornette now criticizes Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch ... for being pregnant.
Yeah. Well, what about when everybody criticized Roman Reigns for having cancer? Does anybody remember that?
I know. And look at the ass backwards nature of Sami Zayn being stripped of his title, but Lesnar gets to go and be out for months and not compete. Anybody that wants to stay home during this COVID situation doesn't feel safe. There's no repercussions, but we will strip you of your titles. And come on.
Well, you have to strip him of the titles.
It's been 3 weeks. If his plan is not to come back long term, maybe, but that's apparently not what we're hearing at this time. So. But the comment that I like the best from Cornette, he said, what is she, 30? She's 33. He said, well, she's still got many more years before the fucking Easy Bake Oven gets shut off.
Not really. After 35 years old. For a woman after 35 years old, it's called...
Then you approach problems, yeah.
Yeah. Women who have babies at 35 or over, they start calling it, like, a problem. Basically, they start being like, there's a lot of things that could happen.
It becomes more of a complicated pregnancy, but he says she can have all those problems like a distended stomach, stretch marks, hemorrhoids, hormone problems, mood swings, and all those other joys of motherhood later on when she ain't making $1 million a year. She's got plenty of time left. What would you do if your wife came home and said, instead of making $1 million next year, I'm just going to be a raging bitch for the next 9 months and then give you more shit to worry about around the house?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously joking. I don't know why people get so mad.
People go at him,
Like, I'd say the same. It's all funny stuff. I even made that joke. I said, see, that's why they don't get... I tweeted that. I said, this is why women get paid less. Like, and I was obviously, like, sort of joking. Like, it was a joke. Like, everybody's joking about it. That's all.
And she has every right to be a mother as well. I'm just saying that I wonder if Vince is mad or if there's any heat backstage or if this is something that they planned out because she is in such a position. Injuries can't
probably
be
mad
helped,
at Seth.
This can be avoided.
He's probably mad at Seth.
Yeah, because he's not innocent in this either, so...
I think that it's just like Roman, with Roman having the cancer thing. It's like you kind of go, damn it. Like, God damn it. But you think at the same time, like, hey, I hope you're okay. Or, hey, have a congratulations.
But that was unavoidable. This, modern medicine, this avoidable.
What, with a coat hanger?
No, I'm saying, either, birth control or condoms or even Ye Old Faithful pullout method. Come on, Seth.
Well, I mean, they're not doing that. She did that Irish accent. And she's like, come in me. Oh, you Seth, come in me, Seth. Oh, come in me.
You saying come in me or cumin?
Come in me. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to do the accent. I don't know. Can't figure it out. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe it. He's here. How much of Raw did he watch? We may never know, but here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, the man that watched Raw, maybe. Tommy NC 2010.
Wrong about that, Joe. I didn't watch Raw tonight.
Then why are you calling?
I was just calling to give in support to call one of my favorite wrestling show reviewers.
To not talk about wrestling. Well, did you watch the Undertaker series, Tommy, yet? The Last Ride? There's been 2 parts released on the network.
I think I watched the first one, and I thought it was really good. And I've been seeing on TikTok that they tried to ask Vince, I guess, something personal. I guess they tried to ask Vince something personal about the Undertaker, and he just wouldn't answer it or something like that.
Yeah, he got very emotional and shut the conversation down.
Oh my God! Speaking of Last Ride, Jake DeMarco, Tommy, did you see me do the Last Ride?
No.
I did the Last Ride on Crystal's pussy.
Fuck you, Joe. Why you gotta turn everything upside down? Like,
I turned her upside down, bro, and I ate her clam.
Savage and ravaged.
Really? Like, I'm just here to have a peaceful conversation, and you gotta fuck everything up by saying shit like that?
You're right. I'm in some kind of mood, man. I'm just telling you, I did the Last Ride. You didn't see it. I played the clip of her. I superimposed Crystal on this green screen thing, and it looked like I was eating her.
Joe was like diving from his stairs, but
like, honestly, you could be a douchebag sometimes. Fuck you, man.
No, he wasn't a douchebag.
No, I was.
He was a dental dam. He was really going at it.
I ate her douchebag out.
You know, I just came here to have a peaceful fucking conversation, and you want to fucking trigger me like this.
No one's trying to trigger you. He was asking if you saw the clip that he made.
I didn't see the fucking clip, and it just fucking disappoints me every fucking time how he could take my friends and bash them and make them look stupid.
I didn't bash her. I gave her the Last Ride. I ate her. I was like, and like I dropped her. Like it was like a superimposed video.
He needed sustenance,
like,
Tommy. He was hungry.
Make a joke out of my friend. So thanks, appreciate that. Make a joke out of my friend.
She's my friend too. She's my friend too.
For $9.95, she'd be everyone's friend.
Oh no! Come on, Jake. Oh, Jake, that's not cool. That's fucked up. Come on, Jake.
Right, Tommy?
You know, why did I even bother calling into this show?
I don't know why. I'm sorry. I thought you watched. You didn't even watch Raw tonight.
All you do is hate it on this show.
I'm not.
Every fucking time
I'm
I
not
come
saying
on this show.
I didn't say anything hateful.
Fuck you.
I didn't say anything hateful. Fuck Hamza. I hope he dies. I didn't even say anything hateful. I just said I made a video.
You said you were hungry and wanted pie.
I was hungry and I gave Crystal the Last Ride with my tongue. That's all I said.
Just trying to dive down and num 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 num.
I don't understand him.
You needed sustenance. You were hungry. Everybody likes pie.
So what? I ate his friend out. Who cares?
Yeah. I figured he'd be, well, maybe he's jealous because he wants to eat her out, but.
Listen, man, if you call my show and you didn't watch Raw and we're like, hey, what's up? What did you think of Raw? And he goes, I'm just here because I'm sorry, man.
I was trying to pull something out of him, you know, with the whole Undertaker thing, but as soon as he brought up TikTok, my brain shut off.
Did you know Tommy fantasizes about both of his mothers sexually? Did you know that?
I know. I saw the correlation you made with Trisha Paytas, and he got upset over it, but it's true. His mother does have that Paytas look.
Telling you, man. He said, but I think Tommy.
When you said it, I was like, no, and then you put up the side by side, and obviously that set him off. But it was the truth. I was like, damn, there is a huge, link there. Makes sense.
Tommy's a fucking retard faggot.
You nailed that one, just like he wants to nail Trisha.
Yeah, I mean,
Tommy lost some weight, but you'd still have to tie a board to his ass.
Tommy's a fucking retard faggot.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah, I apologize, man. But yeah, it's weird that the fantasize about your parents like that. I think is a little over the line. Let's play a donation.
What's the difference between Deb A and Deb B? The size of their camel toe.
Oh no! What's the difference between Deb A and Deb B? Oh my god! And that comes on right after Tommy leaves. And this guy donated way before Tommy even was here, so this guy didn't even know that.
This is ancient.
Casey F's his girlfriend Raw. What the fuck name is that? That's really messed up, man. AJ Adams in the chat. What's up, guys? If you want to become a member of the JCS channel on YouTube, hit that join button down below. You'll get all kinds of weird icons and stuff like that, like Omar has and everybody else. What's up, Mike? Here's Thomas.
I'm getting Scarlet Bordeaux pregnant.
Dude, she is like on the Sunny level almost. I still think Sunny's better, but she's on a Sunny level.
Sunny's nostalgia for you. That's why. I take Scarlet.
Yeah.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Might be right.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. That's it.
I'm going to milk Scarlett's tits, then fill her mouth with my man milk, then fuck her like the bums pump Tommy's ass.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
AJ Adams. Settle down, little doggy.
You know what it is?
Settle
I think
down.
it's all that I know about Sonny that just ruins it for me. Rubbing our cocks in anticipation.
Well, yeah, now. I mean, I wouldn't want to bang her now, but like going back like to when she first came into WWE, dude, that girl, I would. Dude, I might. I don't know what I'd do for that. That's serious.
Super Chat.
Super chat.
Party.
It's our buddy Spaz Phoenix in Canada.
Rollins has NWO red and Vigor has NWO white, and they're just trading stooges. Looking sexy, Jake. Joe, keep it up, brother.
Spaz, thank you. Yes, Jake, man, he's here tonight feeling a little bit better. Not the best, but feeling a little bit better, I assume. It's never, you haven't really had a good, like, what's the best you've gotten back to, like 70% or 80%?
Yeah, 70 is a good number. Last week was an awful, awful week. I was in bed pretty much through all of it.
Yeah.
Now I have to go and Thursday go for a gastric emptying test. Then I have to go for COVID testing before they'll let me in for the next test. So I have to do that and then isolate myself for 5 days for an endoscopy to be done. So it's like, they're now just taking people's words for it, which is smart.
Tommy just sent me a message. Hang on a minute.
Uh-oh, here we go. He's mad.
Here we go, about to get it, man. Here we go, about to get it, man. Here we go. Oh, no!
Why are you interrupting my show with messages?
Baron Corbin, MVP Lashley, and Lana get to damn room. Prayers go to Shad Gaspard's family. Hopefully he swam and made it alive to Catalina Island.
I don't think so. That'd be great, though. Amazing if that were to be. Fortunately, it's probably not. Antonio Alejandro, thank you, man. Rest in peace,
It would be
dude.
great if they did find him alive. And Spaz Phoenix has the next movie review for Godzilla coming out tomorrow, so make sure everybody go ahead and check that out on YouTube.
Ooh, Tommy's going to love that.
Throwdown.
Tommy will love that. Godzilla?
Yeah, Tommy's all about it.
Let's see what Tommy's saying to me in this insane message.
You know, Joe, sometimes you really piss me off sometimes. All I do is call on your show to be peaceful, and you got to be a fucking asshole, man. Fucking dick thing to do. All I try to do is call into your show and talk with you, and I fucking get shit on. And my friends get shit on. It's bullshit, man. You have no fucking respect for me at all.
Tommy, I just said, did you see the video where I fucking did the last ride on her? That's all I said, bro. I love you, dude. This is a wrestling show. We're talking about Raw, and you didn't see Raw. What else are we going to talk about? I'm sorry. What do you want me to say to you? God damn it. Why don't you go fantasize about your mothers again? God damn it.
See, you're on a
right.
good path.
I should have just apologized. I shouldn't have added that part. Damn it.
Now he's going to, fuck.
Damn it.
Fuck.
Hey, did you know Tommy did a dance with Justin Bailey?
I did not.
Yeah, well, this is one of the reasons why JB left the show. Tommy did a dance video with JB, just like I did a video.
One of the many.
Look at this.
Now who you gonna call?
That's JB. Is that not JB? I mean, like, am I... Dude, he's... Look at JB, bro. That's JB shaved. That's Justin, man. He shaved. He's been shaving since JB left doing YouTube and being on my shows. He's had a big family vacation break. He's been gone with the family, and he shaved his face. Tommy just does his dumb Joker dance like he does in every video. Every video, it's him just dancing like he thinks he's the Joker in a movie because he wants to kill people, but he's afraid to actually kill people, so he won't go through with it, but he really does want to kill people. Let's play donation again.
Super Chat Party.
Speak of the devil, there he is, Spaz Phoenix.
Roars like this are why I'm doing movie reviews on my show now.
Yeah.
Cheap plug, Godzilla King of the Monsters tomorrow night.
Hell yes, Baz. Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I might get back to doing... I might start doing them again, too, myself, because there's nothing else to do, man.
Look at that. I just mentioned it, and lo and behold, there we go.
There it is. me and Rojas are gonna do a review of Mr. Plinkett's review of Star Trek. So
there you go.
That'll be funny. Because there's nothing else to do, man.
Lewis Money in the chats. TikTok is for gays and teenage girls.
Right. Well,
hats off to you, my friend. That is the truth. Absolutely.
The Wild Wild West is playing. He's doing
look at Wow.
He does the same Joker dance.
Yeah, he's got to get the stare dance down. You know.
And he admitted he's just trying to go viral on there.
Latoya says he sounds like a jealous girlfriend. In that message you sent you? Yeah, I can see that.
A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Okay,
Want
that's
some
it.
bubbly?
We're
Look at
kidding.
this stuff. A little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
What's up, Joe and Big Sexy Jake? I'm still holding out hope that Shad is found okay, but I know it's not likely. And since D-Moon got fired, I heard a rumor he's in a California park selling tacos out of a truck yelling at old white women in Spanish.
Yes, D-Moon is in a park in California now selling racist flags and self-hating on himself. It's very weird. Hopefully he comes back someday.
Why don't you fantasize about your fucking dead father, you dickhead? I swear to God sometimes.
Oh my God!
Fire out.
Party.
Oh my God!
When do leave crowds return?
Jay Frost, thank you for the donation, man. I really appreciate that. Jay Frost, love you, buddy. I'm gonna say
We're gonna start seeing it more and more.
I think early June we're gonna see like little pockets, and then I think I don't know. What do you think? Maybe late June we see like a whole 200 to 300 people, 200 to 300 people in like late June, maybe. How about that? Damn,
That sounds right.
Let's see that again. Hold on.
AEW is already going
Fantasize
for
about
it.
your fucking dead father, you dickhead.
Yeah? Why don't you fucking dig a grave, you motherfucker? Dig two of them. Two for your current parents, and they can be right next to your fucking barber and your fucking racist grandfather, you piece of shit asshole. 4 fucks in a fucking grave.
By the way, Jake says hi. You know, you gotta.
By the way, Jake says hi.
There we go. Just to fuck with him. Oh,
damn
Tommy.
bastard, trying to freak. What is he trying to piss me off tonight?
He's trying to get under your skin now.
Is he trying to piss me off tonight, Tommy? You want to see me rage on Vince McMahon? Do you want to see me go to Connecticut? In Connecticut. I know you're talking about me, bro. I know you. And I know you're talking about. Where's the video of that? Do you know what review that was where he did that? I would love to find the actual clip of it because I don't think we've seen because we've seen the
actual
reaction.
clip was on his Twitch.
Oh,
that's what it was.
I thought it was on a review or something.
No, it was on his Twitch.
Oh.
He was doing like an in between, and somebody sent it to me.
I know you're talking.
It's still
about
on
me
my channel, but
in Connecticut. Yeah, I got to go to your video every time.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about me, bro. Just whenever I want to laugh, I just pull that video up.
I do that as well. That's why that keeps taking up views every now and again.
You need to put that as like your fucking trailer to your channel.
Well, his voice is in the intro for my channel intro.
Yeah, he's gonna sue you.
When I start the videos,
you're gonna get sued.
You just hear him. You could use it.
You could use it. Here we go. I found it. Here we go. Jake won't be able to hear, but I'll be able to laugh at this.
There we go.
Elite. JD's elite. On bonfire.com, man. And yeah, oh my God. You know, JD stole this from the young Bucks, man. You know, he's gonna get copyrighted. Blow me, you fucking slob. You fucking fat slob. In Connecticut. I know you're talking about me, bro. I know you're talking about me. Why don't you fucking wheelchair your way to the fucking refrigerator and grab yourself a slice of fruit? You could use it. You fucking slob. JD's Elite on bonfire.com. I wouldn't take back.
Oh my God. You fat slob.
The first time I heard that, I actually thought I was going to die. I was laughing so hard that my head hurt to the point where I just couldn't see. Like one of those just like belly laughs where it was so intense that everything was bright white and fuzzy. I was just choking. Oh, God.
That was great.
You could use it. You know, when you roll your fat ass to the refrigerator, I think that's the line that killed me.
I just liked when he sort of like where like he wouldn't say your name. Like
he
was
but
afraid.
He had to hint at every little thing just to make sure that bullseye was painted on.
I'm not gonna say your name or who or Joe or anybody else, but I'm gonna say, in Connecticut. I know you're talking about me, bro. I heard you talk like that's the funny part to me. Like that he goes, I know you're talking about me, and in Connecticut when he adds that, like, oh
Here we
man,
go, about to get it, man. Here we go, about to get it, man. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Donetta.
No.
I am proud of your show. Good job. I do not miss your show for over 5 years trying to be a Patreon, but I need help.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I would try to use PayPal on Patreon if you could, but sometimes Patreon is a pain in the ass a little bit. You got to like become a patron, select a tier, and you need to select the tier or you don't get the stuff to work right. I suggest using PayPal because that will just reoccur and it will make it easier for you. Cards sometimes have little issues. By the way, Tommy just sent me a wicked long message and then he removed it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. Who knows what was on that message, dude? He sent me this message, and then he removed it. Oh, my God. It was wicked long. It was probably like he was probably losing it, and it would have been hilarious, and then he deleted it. It's too bad. That would have been funny.
Smoke weed every day.
I wish the axe that Montez had thrown would have been in the air the whole show, then fall down randomly. I would have marked out so much.
Yeah.
But what is with the three-man stables?
I don't know. We said this a while ago that we thought they were going to bring a fucking, like, a new title system or something because why are there so many three-people stables?
Yeah, there's tons. No six-man belt.
Tommy is losing it. Cull, Alabama. It's our buddy, Cull, Alabama.
Representing.
420, smoke up.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Smoke your
Want some
mother.
bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Joe, I bet Crystal and Hamza can take a joke. I think Tommy is the only one that gets butt hurt over them.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably the case, yeah. Let's look at Crystal, actually. Can we look
Let's bring her up.
Where's the video where he, like, molests her?
You mean every video?
Yeah, let's watch the the video where he molests her? Or allegedly molests her? It's got 4,000 dislikes.
It's gritty.
This whole city, we're gritty. Yo, we might eat our own shitty. Yeah, eat our own shitty. In the city of Philly, we eat shitty. We're gritty as can be. We can survive off our motherfucking own feces. In Philly, we're gritty. In Philly, we're gritty. This whole city, we'll eat our own shitty. In Philly. Why our mascot looks like a grown fucking...
This is one of my favorite donations. But I beg to ask this question. What the missing lyric at the end? You said that's because our mascot looks like a... Then it cuts out. What's the missing lyric, Joe?
What does the fox say? That's the missing lyric. No, let me see here. Harry Steve, thank you, Harry Steve. Good to hear from you. You know, I think the answer to that may be on the full version of the song, which is maybe on my Patreon. Let me go try to pull that up real quick on, or maybe Dropbox. I'll pull it up on Dropbox. Because there is a Dropbox for, like, random other songs, and I think Gritty might be on there. So let me just pull it up real quick and see if I can search. And, songs... You know, I don't know. Let's see. JCS music. Let's see. Let's see if it's on here.
Super Chat Party.
Crystal wants to know RGY Joe, JD, and Jake.
She wants a what? Crystal wants an orgy with Joe, JD, and Jake. Wow, that'd be amazing. I think we could really make that happen. That would be, God damn, would that be? That'd be hot, dude. Let me see. Grit. No, I can't find it, man. I guess I don't know. I don't have it. I have it somewhere. I know I have that song full somewhere. And I don't know. Man, I wish I could find it. I'm looking for it now, but I know that. Oh wait, here it is. I found it. Look at that. Yeah. Exclusive. Exclusive.
Here we go.
By the way, you can download these songs on my Patreon. All the music should be there. And if there's something that's not there or you can't find, hit me up and I'll send you the link on Patreon to where it is. So, yeah, if you're a patron, you can get any song, download it.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Yo. This is Philly in this city. We so gritty in this city. Yeah, we so gritty in this city. In Philly, yo, we might eat our own shitty in this city. We're so gritty in Philly, yeah, gritty in Philly. We might eat our own shitty in Philly. We're gritty, yo, this whole city. We're gritty, yo, we might eat our own shitty. Yeah, eat our own shitty. In the city of Philly, we eat shitty. We're gritty as can be. We can survive off our motherfucking own feces. In Philly, we're gritty. In Philly, we're gritty. This whole city, we'll eat our own shitty. In Philly, that's why our mascot looks like a crazy ass fuck turd. What the fuck is up? In Philly, yo, we're gritty. In Philly, the city, we'll eat our own shitty. We'll eat our own fecal matter off the street. Yo, Tom Brady, how it feel to get fucking beat. Yo, Philly, we're gritty in this city. In Philly, we're gritty. We'll eat our own shitty. In Philly, we're gritty. We'll eat our own shitty. In Philly, nobody is fucking with our city. Gritty.
Boom, there it is. It's been a long time since I heard the full version of that, man. Yeah, I guess fucktard is the word. Like a mascot looks like a fucktard something. Like, let me go back to it. Let's see if we can pinpoint it.
What the fuck is our own shitty in Philly? That's why our mascot looks like a crazy ass fuck turd. What the fuck is up?
Crazy ass fuckturd. Crazy ass fucktard or turd.
Shitty in Philly. That's why our mascot looks like a crazy ass fuck turd. What the
He looks like a crazy ass fucktard because we eat shit. I get it.
fuck is up in Philly? Yo, we're gritty. In Philly, the city, we'll eat our own shitty. Yeah, eat our own.
I even made fun of Tom Brady and the Patriots, and I'm a Patriots fan. I mean, you can't get any better than that. I mean, I did it for Philly. Let's
I wish
keep it
I was
real.
here at that point. I would have answered that. I know that line too. As soon as I stepped away, I heard him ask, and I was like, "Ah, damn it, crazy ass fuck turd."
You know why I couldn't find it? Because I spelled it gritty, like with the wrong spelling.
No.
So I found the real spelling. Let's go back to the donations real quick, and we'll get back to the Raw and the wrestling stuff. Got a couple more things here for wrestling-wise.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Was good Joe Daddy and Big Sexy Jake. Heart, ain't watch Raw. A 3-hour nap is a 10/10ths always, but you know gotta tune in. Only thing I catched was Charlie curse, so not getting a word that would have out her over. Smiley face. Shout out JCS Elite Familia.
Shout out to the Elite Familia, Most Blaze. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that part with Charlie Caruso was pretty cringe, man. We're pretty sure she's being fed that now by Vince McMahon.
Has to be. Maybe last week she just said it, and they're like, now you got to stick with it.
Yeah, now keep saying that. That's a good. I like that. Do it again. Say that again. This could be the greatest match ever.
Party.
It really could be.
Hey Jake, glad to hear you're better, man.
He lies and says he's a better man. No, I'm just kidding. Jay Frost. No, I don't know if Jake's a better. He's just kind of like, he's in one of those He like can perform sort of right now, but he's not out of the woods at all. We don't really know.
I'm good and drugged, but it only lasts so long. Sadly, I get like a 2-hour break without being super nauseous from some of these meds, but it makes you extremely exhausted, and then I end up getting stomach sick not long after. So
Jesus. Well, I'm going to let a couple more play, guys, and then
I'm actually going to get out of here in a second.
And
hopefully tomorrow we can
let's
talk
wrap
about
up
The Undertaker.
Yeah, let's talk about what we're going to talk about to let you get out of here, and then I'll take calls and play the rest of the donations. But
yeah, because I know a few people want to call in, so they've already asked in the chat.
Open the phone lines. Bring it on, bitches.
Yeah, one of the things that I desperately wanted to know how you thought and felt was with the second part of The Undertaker documentary. Did you get to see that in its entirety yet?
No.
I know you had started it, but...
Nope, the first part, done. Second part, I haven't watched yet, so I am going to do that. And then maybe tomorrow, if you're feeling good tomorrow, we'll hit each other up tomorrow, and maybe we can review part 1 and 2.
Yeah, that'd be great, because there's a lot to pick each other's brains through with there. I mean, there's a lot that came to light that is quite surprising. I mean, most of it was known already, but there's quite a few facts that I was surprised by. So
I can't wait, man. I'm watching that as soon as I end tonight. For real, like really watching it.
It's so worth it.
I can't wait.
It flies by too. I mean, Undertaker, seeing him in this light is so unorthodox and just so bizarre that it's weird to see them, peel the curtain back the way they have now. But I'm happy they did it at the end of his career rather than years ago like people wanted.
Yeah, the nostalgia.
Because it really did take away all of the mystique behind the Undertaker, at least for me. I mean, he's still there. He's still the Undertaker. He's still the dead man. But now you see him as Mark II, which hasn't been done before. So
exactly, yeah, it's so weird.
This year with the Stone Cold podcast and him talking to different media types and getting on social media, it's been interesting. But I'm glad that it took him a long time to delve into that realm. Also, one of the things that I was curious how you felt about, I can't stop laughing, but originally WWE was locking up everybody. They don't want anybody going to AEW. Now, I guess it's being said that Vince isn't threatened, and he isn't that worried. He should be, but he's not.
Really?
Yeah, that's part of the reason why they weren't crazy about, fighting for Drew Gulak for him to renew his contract.
God damn it, I played a bullfrog crip over you. I'm sorry. Hang on.
No,
how many chromosomes
goddamn
you got?
Shut up, bullfrog.
Eat frog legs. Who is this here? On Wrestling Observer, Dave Meltzer was saying how they know it's not one of those situations like it was a couple of months ago where they were worried someone might go and help the opposition. Now they're not concerned with that anymore. That's the full situation. So, I mean, both companies are dealing with the COVID side of things and the pandemic, the less fans, limited staff, not having all their stars there. But that's not even what they're really trying to get at. It's more or less that Vince and company doesn't feel like this is a threat anymore. Doesn't feel like it's a big deal to have stars go over there because they feel like they're not getting the numbers that they originally set out to reach. So Vince isn't really, he's not having any of it because they're not getting over 1 million viewers is what I'm taking away from it. So
yeah, maybe that's what it is. He's sort of bailed now. He's like, all right, it's a little nice thing. But hey, remember the rumor about it going to Tuesdays? Lots of people were talking about that for a while. That didn't happen.
Yeah, that was interesting. And then NXT was possibly going to Tuesdays, they said at one point, but then USA didn't want to switch, but they did. It was weird. They were going back and forth with it because of some of USA's programming they wanted to bring back on Wednesday nights. I forget which show it was. It was one of their crime dramas, but they originally said that they wanted to bring it back at 9 o'clock. So either NXT, they wanted to be an hour long, which WWE didn't want to do, or move to Tuesdays, which WWE also didn't want to do. WWE doesn't want to take the pressure off of AEW.
Yeah, that's what it felt. That's why Tuesdays to me that felt like such an admission of like we failed. Like, so I feel like over Vince's dead body, would they remove it from Wednesday to Tuesday?
Yeah,
I
they don't
never
want to
really
let
could
that
buy
pressure
into that.
up at all. Even if they're losing, they're still taking numbers away from AEW, no doubt about it.
Yeah, and they're still
they're petty about certain things, like the stuff with the revival. Obviously, they're going to fight for gimmick infringements and trademarks, but they're not set in stone to keep any wrestlers right now. I mean, think about who they let go recently. They signed the OC to a 5-year contract, so they really weren't overly concerned with them being let go. And it sucks that these wrestlers can go ahead, and get locked in these 5-year deals, and the only way they can get out of them is if WWE decides to let go. So,
right, yeah,
there needs to be some type of union eventually, but that's years out, if ever.
As far as everything else goes, that's really about it, man. I would give Raw tonight probably a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, that was my exact score. Actually,
maybe lower.
I was going to go a little bit less, probably a 3.5.
Yeah.
Just because the matches were so disappointingly short, and there was just no meat, no filler, no substance. So
there was nothing really funny about tonight. The funniest thing to me was Asuka flipping out after Kairi Sane was attacked, and that was pretty subjective. That was funny, very subjective. So probably not a lot of people thought that was funny.
There was one chuckle I had with the Street Profits segment, and that was kind of in the middle. But besides that, it just kept going and going without really getting anywhere.
Not good, man. Not good stuff.
Not
tonight.
at all. I mean, we'll see what happens with AEW this week. They're building hard to Double or Nothing, and we also, have SmackDown on Friday. Seems like it's going to be a big show. I mean, we have Bayley taking on Charlotte, and they're building that up to be one hell of a match. We have the rest of the IC tournament first rounds going on, so things should be good there. And I'm curious to see what AEW does this week. Obviously building towards the pay-per-view. So should be a interesting rest of the week. Plus out of nowhere. So we'll see what happens. But I'm looking forward to covering the Undertaker Last Ride series. So make sure you shoot me a message tomorrow and let me know what your free time is.
Absolutely, man. Hit me up tomorrow. I will try to hit you up, and we got to do it, man. I got to get that done. I want to do it so bad. And
Absolutely.
I want to do the.
I hate missing shows. I apologize to everybody for not being, able to make it last week. Even if I got to come on here and die for a little bit, I try and do it for y'all. But, when I'm vomiting a ton, there's no use in me just getting behind a mic and gagging. So, but I do apologize for not making it and try to be here as much as I can. So,
I'm just glad, man. I gotta talk to you more in the day and more. I feel like I only talk to you when we do the shows. It's been so busy recently. Like we don't really talk. You message me and then I don't get back to you for 7 hours. I message you and you're asleep already. We miss each other a lot, and this is like the only time I get to see you a lot of times. So, yeah, Absolutely. Man, we'll try to hook up. And yeah, man, you have a good night, Jake. You're the beast. Yeah,
you as well. Hey, you stay sexy. Bring on those callers.
You're the best. I said you're the beast.
Hey,
and the best in the world. Remember that?
I'll take the beast. Only in bed.
I'm the beast and the best.
Make it wet, make it hard. All right, everybody, stay healthy, stay sexy. Have a good night,
baby.
Kisses, baby.
Kisses for Jake. All right. Thanks to Jake. You guys want to call tonight? Let's do it up. We'll go to phones first, then Discord. And I'll play the donations, too. Let me play the donations first, get some of those going. 339-226-6610 is the phone number, and we'll get you on here, and we'll find out what the hell you have to say about all this bullshit. Love to hear what you have to say about it. So, you're going to be calling up tonight. Let's play the donations.
I whooped Santa Claus's ass. Oh no. I stunned Santa Claus's ass. I stunned Santa Claus's ass. Oh well, yeah.
It's Tommy and Crystal. Toucher.
Raw sucked as usual, but man, you bashing Tommy made me laugh so hard in a dark period of my life. I love your shows, man, and always loved being a part of the JCS army.
Yeah. Yes, Omar. Thank you, Omar, for the $6.25, Omar. I'm glad it made you laugh. I feel bad for Tommy. It didn't make him laugh. He was not happy. But Omar, thank you, Omar, for the donation, bro. And it's going to get a whole lot darker out there, I'll tell you that. 201's on the phone. Hello.
Yo, what's up, Joe?
What's going on?
Hey, man. I just want to come out praise to the family of Shad Gaspard, man, because Crime Time's one of my favorite tag teams of all time, man.
They were fun. They were a fun team, man, and I don't know, this just breaks my friggin' heart into pieces. This guy's kid was with him, and your dad goes out into the ocean and doesn't come back with you there. Dude, this is crazy awful.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, this is Thomas Master speaking. Thomas Master.
Masturbator?
Thomas Master, dude.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Throbbing Master for a second.
No, Thomas Master. Yeah, man, yeah, I think Scarlett's gonna. Yeah, Scarlett. Man, I don't know, man. What you think?
Dude, I wanna blast her. I'm gonna blast her.
I think we should double team her.
Yeah, dude. You know what? Let me leave my wife. Like, let me just leave Leah, and let's just throw stuff all over her chest. Like, let's just go. Let's just do it, man. Me and you, and then we'll have kids with her, both of us, and we'll be like co-dads, and then we'll be a bunch of Munchausen syndrome.
Look, I'm in Jersey City right now, so if you want to come visit, we can hit her up.
Yo, you know what? You know what? Fuck her. Let's just both of us fuck.
What happened?
How old are you?
25.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, hey, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck her. Let's just me and you suck each other's hot dogs.
Man, you crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Nah, man.
Man, I got these cheeseburgers, man.
I'd rather eat tacos because,
Yo.
The point is, Joe.
I'll put my dick in a taco.
Anything could be more entertaining than what the hell we just watched tonight because, I don't know, like.
What do you look like? Let me ask you. How tall are you?
I'm 6'2", bro.
Oh. Yeah. Let's get down, son. Oh my God, dude. I'll put my dick in a taco for you. All right. Thanks for the call, man.
Super chat party.
They doing race war at Backlash. The MVP's black guys Vegas south of the border brothers and Seth's if it ain't white it ain't right crew.
It does. It is funny how all the minorities have to end up on the same teams and the white people, and everybody's going to end up on their own race teams. It is kind of suspect, isn't it, a little bit? Like, Vince is like, this doesn't make any sense. Austin Theory wasn't supposed to be with them. We did it because of the COVID stuff. Now we got to get him out of there. And that's one of the things. I think Austin Theory ended up with him because of the whole COVID stuff. So now this is their way of, okay, get him out of the group. He wasn't supposed to be there anyway. So that's really what I think it was about. To be honest. So there you go. Spaz Phoenix, thank you, sir, for the $5. The Canadian truffle butter coming in, and he's nailing it all the way. We got more coming. Colby Lopez is fake Hispanic.
Shit bomb.
That is true.
Do you think AU should eventually get its own WWE network-style program for its content library, or would fans not be interested?
Well, all their stuff is on the BR network, on the BR app. So they do have that, but it's on the BR app, the BR network. So that's basically where it is. If you guys want to watch all the old pay-per-views, it's all on the BR network, on the BR app. That's why I buy everything through that. That way I always have it. So if I want to go back and watch everything AEW's ever done, I bought all of them, so I have them all. You know what I mean? Granted, I'm in a position where, people donate, and I do this for work, so I don't have a problem buying it. Not every one of us can just buy every AEW pay-per-view.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
That's it.
Don't forget to put the Debar song on Patreon, Joe, please.
I thought I did do that. Oh my God, did I really not do that? I hope Debbie dies. That one? Dude, I need to know where that is again because I lost it already. Then if I didn't put that on there, then I don't know where I sang that. Can you remind me of where I put that? The Piss on You Debbie is on there, but the Debbie dies one, I don't know where that is. You'd have to remind me again. I swear to God, I put that on there.
Super chat.
Damn it.
Party.
I guess I didn't.
Love how AU basically has a Rumble in the Bank match coming up and Roman Reigns made a new belt for himself.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Roman Reigns made a new belt for himself. What the hell? Where the hell did that come from? I don't know where the spin the wheel, you stupid asshole clip went. I don't know where that went from Leah. I don't remember where that clip of Leah went. I know where this is.
Joe, Leah's pussy needs a cleaning out.
Oh, dude. Come on, Tommy.
Joe, Leah's pussy needs a cleaning out.
Tommy, stop talking about my wife, dude. Seriously, stop talking about my wife, bro. Stop talking about Leah. Stop talking about my wife, Joe.
Joe, Leah's pussy needs a cleaning out.
You like steroids, cause I like steroids. I got steroids, you got steroids. I put the steroids in my veins, put the steroids in my pain, put the steroids in my brain, then I fucking go insane. Jinder
Jinder Mahal. I put that needle in my balls, needle in my balls. Jinder Mahal, Jinder Mahal. I'm big as a motherfucking goddamn garbage truck.
Joe, you fuck, give me what I want. Joe, you know what I want. Joe, my Triple H lay the tarps donation. Vince needs Ryback back in his life to share the needle with that fuck.
Yeah.
But Joe, give me what I want. Smiley face.
You want to lay the tarps? You want to lay the tarps like 254 Dubman did? Are you ready? Are you ready to lay the tarps, Moss Blaze? Moss Blaze with the $19 donation. You know what that means. You know what that means. It's time. It's all about the tall. You lay it. It's all about the hard jam. When you get lazy. It's all about the scene. If you can't stand it. It's all about the plans and who's gonna fake it. I am the tall. You don't wanna lay me. Damage control. No way you can see me. Fans on paying. I know they're angry. In the pain before Cody takes me. Cody contracts. Please don't roll too late up with Billy Gunn. We are the big leagues and we make the rules. So move on up here and dance like too cool. Trying to figure out what your gimmick's gonna be. Get over the singles in NXT. Don't you forget there are no fans here today. Cause I am the tops and they're going to lay. Time to lay the tops! Somebody start doing the shovel. Time to lay the tops. Time to lay the tops. It's all about the tops and how you lay them. It's all about the hard jam. Where you can place them. It's all about the scene if you can't stand it. It's all about the players and who's gonna fake it. Oh boy. Gotta love the tarps, man. It's time to lay the tarps. Courtesy of 254 Dubman on YouTube. Great video. His did a pretty good job too, man. I always think about like re-recording that with his lyrics, but it's time to lay the tarps, man. It's time to lay the tarps. Here comes the tarps.
Super Chat. Super Chat.
Shout out to the JCS Army stand up.
Shout out to the JCS Army stand up, Gabriel Torres. Thank you for the $2. Mario, I can't believe it, Mario. He's killing him. 447 something overseas number. What's up?
Joe Cronin.
Yes.
You had Jake DeMarco on the show.
Yes.
Why don't you pick the real Jake the Snake? You know, me and Damien, we were watching Monday night for, I don't know, I was having that drink. I don't even know how long I was watching this shit for.
That's a horrible Jake the Snake Roberts. I get somebody else is claiming that they're Jake the Snake Roberts. Let's put them on the phone. Hello, is this now what is everybody going to call up and pretend to be Jake Roberts? Is that what's going to happen here tonight? Everyone's going to call up and pretend to be Jake?
It's really me, Joe. Put me on the phone. Put me on right now.
You are on the phone, bro. Everybody can hear you.
Oh, if that's the case, let me tell you something. I told you I'd give you an exclusive interview. I give you an exclusive story right now. This is the most fucked up Raw I ever seen in my life. It reminds me of back in the day. It was 1989, just after, or fuck, I don't remember the years that well, but it was after WrestleMania 5. Vince McMahon came into the back, and I'm sitting there. I'm all jacked up. I'm eating a girl's asshole out, and I'm thinking, this is damn good. I love it. And all I could think about was what I was going to do to her. I was going to take her back to the hotel room, Joe. And I was going to cornhole her. And I would get women so drunk that I would tell them that I was going to fuck them. And then I would put Damien inside of their pussy. I would stick Damien right in their cunt hole. And they'd be like, oh yeah, fuck me more. And they had no idea it was a snake. So I've been fucking this one whore for like 2 weeks, and I'm in the back with her, and we're all taking turns fucking her. Everybody. And in comes Pat Patterson. He goes, Jesus, man, what is going on in here? And I said, well, Pat, we're fucking having sex. We're being men. Do you want a piece of her? You know, you can have some too, but you got to pay for it. That was the thing. I told him he had to pay for it. And that was when he said, are you kidding me? And he walked out. I thought he was mad at me. So for like 5 weeks, I was a piece of shit to Pat Patterson. But I didn't know he was gay. That's the thing. And other people knew, and nobody said anything. I didn't know. And I kept saying to everybody, hey man, we had this pretty looking lady in the room with us, and Pat wouldn't fuck her. And I kept making fun of her. I couldn't believe Pat Patterson wouldn't fuck her. And Vince was laughing, ha ha ha, ha ha, kid, you don't understand. Ha, ha, ha. And finally, it wasn't until 5 weeks later that I seen Pat with a boy. And then I realized that that's what.
Okay, all right, that's it. I'm sorry. I got to cut you off right there. I'm sorry. I got to let you go there, Jake. Oh, my God. I'm sorry, everybody. I apologize. Obviously, I'm sorry. Obviously, Jake misremembering things there or something. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I am. All right. Thank you, Jake, for the call, man. I'm sorry, man. Call like the UHF video or UV video or RF video or one of those. Tell that story somewhere else, man. I can't do. That's not cool, man. That's not right.
What else we got?
What the fuck, bro?
A little bit of the bubbly.
Sorry.
That's it. Want some bubbly? Look at this stuff. Oh, a little bit of the bubbly. That's it.
Bobby Lashley and MVP worked well together in Impact. So I say, why not?
Yeah, they did, and Bobby Lashley was so much better Hail Metal Forever, like so much better in TNA Impact. Like he just felt like this big presence. He really was like their Brock Lesnar, and it felt real. He had these big fights. The ring being smaller and different, I don't know what it was, man, but it really it just made him look a lot better. He just looked a lot better in that Impact ring. In the WWE ring, it's a little bit of a different story. But I just think that WWE, it's the way, it's a lot of it's how they book this poor guy, because he really is better than this. Bobby Lashley was at least a 7 out of 10, if not more, in TNA Impact when he was on fire, and in WWE the guy's brought down to like a 4 out of 10 because they just book him so lame usually. But yeah, him and MVP, I'm sure I like them together. 305, hello.
Hi, Joe. This is Anthony.
What's up, Anthony?
I have a question. I actually have a statement. I'm not sure if you agree with this. I think the reason why Aleister Black is more upset with Seth Rollins than Baron Corbin is because apparently there's eye doctors that are saying that Rey Mysterio possibly will lose his vision in the eye he smashed into the steps permanently. He won't see out of that eye at all.
Really?
Yeah, that's what something on Bleacher Report was saying. That I'm not sure if I should trust Bleacher Report with some of their articles, if that's actually accurate or.
Wait, what are you saying that? Are you saying that he really hurt his eye? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Why are you saying that?
No, because the way Rey Mysterio reacted was.
What else we
was
got?
That he actually smashed his eye into the thing. So, and there's actually eye doctors saying that it actually happened. Like Seth actually smashed his eye into wrestling steps and stuff like that. And he might lose his vision permanently. So I'm not sure if that's true or Ray was just reacting like that to make it seem like
it's a work
that actually happened.
It's all a work.
Huh?
It's a work. It's all a work.
So it's not a shoot. It didn't actually happen.
No, it's all a work.
Okay, so all these eye doctors are saying it's part of the work.
Yeah.
You think?
Oh yeah.
Well?
Yep. Oh yeah. This is all just WWE releasing a statement, and it's all a work. It's all.
Okay.
It's not real.
Okay, and I'm not sure if when you were talking to Jake, I had put a comment in your stream. I think Nikki Cross's character is being ruined by WWE because I don't think her character specifically is not heel or face. It's a tweener character, period.
Yeah.
So I think that's what they should have done with her when she first.
What's her what was her character? Would you say what do you see her character as being?
Daphne. She was like Daphne.
Yeah.
Daphne from ECW.
Right. And how good was Daphne? How good was Daphne really in WCW? What do you think about
the character she was given? It was pretty good.
It's pretty
honestly.
Good. Yeah, it was pretty good for a little bit. Kind of like yeah. So, but so you think they kind of turned her, they stripped away the whole maybe this crazy person Daphne character thing to this sort of, like you said, like a tweener friend of Alexa Bliss is really what she is now.
No, she's just a clown. They turned her into a clown basically.
Yeah.
She's a happy-go-lucky person when her character doesn't fit that. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, to me it sounds like her character ain't that anymore. Yeah, that's what it is. She's not even that character anymore. She's this, like you said, happy-go-lucky person now. That's now what she is. Kind of like how Asuka was this badass, like serious Japanese wrestler who's now she's kind of a clown too.
And with Asuka specifically, I think what ruined her is she doesn't speak English well enough to do promos. She should have had a manager when she first debuted.
Yeah, if they're going to put her on the mic this much, although I think that now she gets this heat for just basically ranting mostly in Japanese. But yeah, originally you would think that you'd put some kind of a voice on her, or at least let the commentators tell a story for her, and they don't really do that either. They're so bad. The WWE commentary teams are so bad. Thanks for the call, man. I appreciate the call. Let me go to and there you have the reason why WWE put out those stories about Ray being injured, for the people that would believe it. So there you go. I guess there's a core of people that will still believe that stuff, So, hey man, I can't pronounce that name. I can't read it. It must be like, I don't know if that's like some kind of Russian or some kind of other language I can't read. I don't know. Something. But thank you for subbing. What's up? Oh boy, man. It's just crazy shit, bro. Should I take somebody on right now on the phone? No, I really got to get out of here though. Nikki Cross should have gone to NXT UK. Yeah, I mean, then I would have never watched her again in my life, to be honest, Sith Negan. But at least she would have done something better probably than what she's doing now. Sith Negan in the chat, give him some love. There he is. That's Russian, man of 1,005 holds. Thank you. I thought it was Russian. Joe is. That's so bad, man. Joe is dumbfounded by the. What the fuck, dude? That's so bad. What you said is so bad, but hilarious. Jesse J hit me up, man. What up, Jesse J? How's it going, Jesse? Maybe me and Jesse are going to record after this and put it up on Patreon. All right, Jesse J just hit me up. All right, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. All right. Thank you all for listening tonight in the chat. I will be back tomorrow night with Throwdown back on the Corrupted Nation channel. Go over to Corrupted Nation, subscribe. We'll be back with Throwdown again tomorrow night. And in the daytime. I'll probably be live with something in the daytime. Me and Jake are going to record some things. And I think tomorrow after Throwdown, possibly we'll do some gaming. But if not, Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to be playing games after AEW. So look for that as well. Michael Sachs Jr., what's up? What's up, bro? Get laid? I don't know if I'm getting laid, and I hope maybe. Fuck, I hope that happens. I don't know if that's going to happen tonight. I hope it does. Hope you hit that like button. If you're new, I hope you guys subscribe down below. We're live after almost every WWE pay-per-view, show, whatever. We haven't been live as much after SmackDown because my other shows during that time, and it's crazy. I can't believe they ruined Sanity. I still can't believe they ruined Sanity. That's hilarious. Yeah, neither can Matt the Misfit, Broken Lion. Also, Broken Lion donated before that and says, Joe, what's your favorite TNA faction? My favorite TNA faction? Oh, man. What's my favorite TNA faction? That's gotta be them. Oh, you know it. You know it.
Introducing their opponents. They are the team of Velvet Sky and Angelina Love, the beautiful people.
Big fan of pink. Love the pink. And the beautiful people look smoking hot pink.
Yeah, baby, the beautiful people, my favorite faction in TNA. No doubt about it, man. Absolute fucking fire. Absolute fire. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I am Joe Cronin. You are subscribed to this channel because you love sex. You love wrestling. That's what it is. And other stuff that I do here. Follow me on Twitter at JCS Commentary. Instagram, Facebook, all my other YouTube channels, and Twitch. All the links are in the description box down below, I believe. If not, most of my videos do have them. And leave some comments. Plus, stuff's going up on the Patreon now. Thanks to Maxwell7, who went back on Patreon again. Paulie B became a $5 patron. 365 patrons and counting on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show, where you guys can get over 30 hours of bonus content a month.
Joe, add me crossplay Warzone, name was Blaze.
Moss Blaze. I'm going to try to add you, bro. Moss Blaze, I'm going to add you. Go check out my gaming channel, Evil Spectrum 3, for all the gaming shit. Plus Diablo 3, all the Diablo shit. I'm playing Wolcen again. Call of Duty. Warzone. The other night was fucking fun as shit with Troy and everybody else. Had a lot of fun. Plus PUBG again. I'm going to be playing some solo PUBG again, looking for a team, going back to PUBG again. And all the new stuff that comes out. It's going to be a lot of shit. It's crazy. Lots of love to you guys and everybody else. Thank you so much for the donations tonight. And shout out to Broken Ambrose, who I believe is the JCS Digital Champion. Dropped the largest donation of the night, I believe, was $25. If I'm wrong, I will try to immensely make up for that tomorrow. But I believe he was the top dog, donation-wise. Good night.
Raw, SmackDown, WWE, or AEWN. Tune in to the Joe Cronin Show. Live on YouTube for review and reaction. Joe Cronin and Jake break down all the action. All of it. The Joe Cronin Show. Your source for wrestling opinions, news, and insanity. A wrestling podcast with attitude. Mature audiences only. Join our community of over 70,000 people. Subscribe free on YouTube. to the Joe Cronin Show.